So when I first decided to start covering Electric Mayhem, things were going to go a little bit differently than I planned. The first thing is I kind of was just testing some new equipment that I got. I figured it was kind of a mutual benefit. They would get some cool footage of them doing cool stuff. I would get to, like I said, test out my equipment. But as I soon discovered, things don't always go as planned in filmmaking. From the minute that I told Amanda, my friend, who's on the team, what I wanted to do, she was really excited, and so was everyone else on the team. She kept showing me text messages, group chat screenshots of everyone getting all excited and stuff. It was like they were going to be on TV or something. So I was excited about how excited they were, and I think the results couldn't have been better. Their first game against KPA that I recorded, that was great. They gave me some awesome footage, and it didn't just stop there. They were awesome people off the ice as well. From the moment I walked into the locker room with them, I was just immediately blown away by how quickly they just accepted me into their group. They didn't even really know me. They knew that I had been to a couple games. They knew that I, obviously had an interest in filmmaking, and they just went with it. And the first night, we went to dinner after the game, and we were just kind of bantering back and forth about different stuff. And they said a couple times, well, you're on the team, and I don't think I really fully understood how on the team I was until they also invited me onto their team's group chat, which, it might not seem like it's a whole lot, but it meant a whole lot to me. And people were celebrating there too. So it definitely wasn't just they were showing off for me how much they appreciated what I was doing. These guys, they rock. I think what really kind of drives my point home about who the Electric Mayhem are and what they do for one another is my favorite part of filming them, which was their game against the Ghost Pirates. There's a little bit of history there. Basically, in their game against the Ghost Pirates, one of the team members had some slurs made against them, and rather than tell them to deal with it, rather than tell them to not let it get to them, Electric Mayhem banded together. They swore revenge, and as everyone knows, revenge is a dish best served on ice. And they rocked. Everyone got together. A bunch of them put pride tape on their hockey sticks, and there wasn't a single person out there who didn't have their heart set on showing the Ghost Pirates what they meant that next game. And it was great. It was an awesome moment. I feel like that's something that, as you grow older, things change and things kind of suck, right? Your social circles start to disappear. They get smaller and smaller. There's just not enough time. It could be school, it could be work, it could be family obligations as your family grows, health issues, and suddenly you're spending less and less time with friends. And I think that it's really important for people to have a group, to have people that they meet with on a regular basis. As we found out in the pandemic, social life can't be substituted with social media. And so we need a group of people with a common goal to get together and perform that common goal. Even if that's something as simple and silly as putting a rubber puck into a goal more times than the other guy. I've never been into sports. I've never consider myself as a sports buff. I've never been able to get into a team or get into a specific sport. I always kind of figured it's more fun to play than it is to watch, but I didn't really like playing games either, playing sports. But yeah, here I was, up in my little box, learning about hockey as I went, and they made me a fan. It's so much more exciting out there than watching something on TV, and not just because I'm the guy behind the camera. It's not pros. No offense, Mayhem. They're not pros. They're a bunch of people doing what they love for the fun of it. The pros on TV, they make things look so scripted or rehearsed. You know, it's almost like the game is already won or lost before they even step out onto the field or the ice. There's something just more exciting about this because, you know, you see all these stats out there. People have it down to a science, or at least they think they have it down to a science. And there's things are so balanced and weighted, and one player being injured or something, you know, and you have yourself a safe bet for who's going to win the game. There's none of that here. It's when they're out there, everyone is playing as hard as they can for the entire time that they're out there. It's something to see. They're literally trying their absolute hardest to beat that other team. There's no phoning it in. There's no, oh, we're down by a few, so we're just gonna give up. This isn't our season. We're not making it to the Stanley Cup this year. We're not making it to the Super Bowl, so what's the point? It's people playing their heart out. And I think that's kind of what makes me feel so special about them inviting me onto the team, inviting me to be their personal videographer for their team is that I'm not a pro either. My camera's shaky sometimes. I miss the action. Stuff's not in focus. My color balance is wrong. My sound is crap. But I'm out there doing it for the fun of it, and I'm learning as I go. And if I'm gonna be a pro, I gotta start somewhere, right? And that's what's great. Is just I'm some guy who's also doing my best with what I have, just like Mayhem. I didn't think that I was going to be covering every game of theirs that I possibly could, but here I am, and I'm doing it. I'm doing it for the fun of it.